there was a lot to consume at UiPath Forward this year. It seemed like everywhere we turned there was a product update or an alliance update. I think some of the key aspects from a platform perspective were around continuous monitoring for process discovery. So process mining, task mining, there were a lot of updates that we can certainly kind of get into the weeds on. AI Center and document understanding had a ton of updates. So we're very excited about 2021.10 being released. I think one of the largest updates that most people that attended the conference would say was around automation services. So really the containerization of some of these platforms, being able to run on Windows and Linux. I think from an architectural perspective, it's a big deal for a lot of our enterprise clients. I think UiPath's on a release schedule. So number one, they're changing that release schedule where they used to do a minor and a major, but they're just going to have long-term releases moving forward. So I think that in its own right is pretty important for clients to understand from a roadmap perspective. 2021.10, I think there's some key aspects they made to the core product, like Studio as an example has some new remote debugging features. So they're constantly improving kind of that original core architecture between Studio, Orchestrator, and the robots themselves. I think it's some of the broader platform capabilities that are really exciting for 2021.10. So document understanding with Forms AI and Email AI, they had a lot of demonstrations throughout the show on that, certainly in some of the keynotes. So I think a lot of clients are going to be interested in that being embedded in the platform as opposed to having to go potentially to a third-party solution. And I think AI Center in general, how they're kind of shifting from just bring your model to us and then you'll have to train that model with your data. Now let's bring the data to the model. So they're kind of going up that evolution from a maturity curve perspective on AI Center. I think that's rather exciting. And then process mining is a whole different conversation where they're re-platforming it basically in what they call Template 1. We've been working closely with that process mining product dev team for some time on that. So we're really excited to see what that bears.
Yeah, I think those are great points. I think the value of this truly being an integrated platform is starting to get more and more visible. We're starting to see that with this version and hearing more about kind of the next version and the version after that on how the value of the integrated platform makes a big difference. I think you touched on a great point. I know you and I spent some time with the AI ML team on how there's really now 3 models to bring, so you can build your own ML model. They've got kind of the pre-built that you talked about, bring your own data to a model, and then there's kind of a pre-packaged model. So some of the invoice processing is good to go, already packaged up, but you've kind of got now 3 tiers of maturity for AI ML, and that certainly seems to be a significant advantage over some of their competitors.
Absolutely, totally agree. The Alliance ecosystem. It was pretty exciting, number one, to be at a live conference. Saw a lot of other partners that we've known for years. So it was really good to kind of learn from them, share best practices, met up with a lot of clients in person for the first time, which was great. There's a lot of other technology alliances. So Alteryx, CrowdStrike, there's tighter and tighter integration happening with their platform in UiPath, which is very valuable to our clients because all of them have those technologies for the most part when you're a large global enterprise. So having those pre-built connectors, activities, integration points is going to be critical for clients moving forward. It was great to see that ecosystem kind of broaden, if you will.
It really is starting to see the maturity of the industry. It was always kind of like, well, we're in the first inning, we're in the second inning. You're starting to see the maturity and the really enterprise grade of the whole process automation space and where each is starting to fit in, the relationships, things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think one addition is the Snowflake piece. Just two of the largest IPOs of all time kind of coming together, if you will, from an insights perspective. So the fact that insights is going to be powered by Snowflake moving forward, I mean, once again, it's another enterprise technology that all of our clients have, and it's a frankly welcome news, right? I think one just kind of general theme as well as these automations become much more robust, much more end-to-end process automation as opposed to task automation. We really are impacting the type of work human beings are doing, right? And I think that was a key theme, which is a refreshing theme. We like to have those conversations with our clients and our people. And so it's great to know that UiPath leadership is thinking about that. There was a lot of conversations about crossing that tipping point, creating the truly automated enterprise. I know Param and Ted had a conversation on that. Daniel talked about semantic automation. So I think there is a renewed focus on the people side of these automation programs, which I think is frankly necessary for people to understand and kind of embrace the ingenuity of what we could do with this technology.
Yeah, it's really important that at the end of the day, this is a future of work conversation. This is not implementing software for the sake of software. This is really about allowing people to have more meaningful work and do more meaningful activity, therefore being more engaged, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that's a great point. I think it's a great honor to get now this year the industry partner because that's clearly where we can drive more meaningful value to our clients, understanding their business, bringing the art of the possible, bringing deeper relationships in those industries that we serve. And we're very thankful that we were acknowledged. And I mean, really to wrap it up, 2 words: Vegas, baby.
Vegas.